Dr. Beth Fulton uses maths to see the future of our oceans.
I do what's called ecosystem modelling, where you create versions of the world inside a computer so you can play it forward and understand all the different ways that we use the ocean.
Dr. Fulton takes a whole-of-system approach. It's unlike other conventional ocean models which tend to focus on just one thing, such as fish or shipping.
You piece all that together like a mathematical jigsaw puzzle so that you go from the climate through the oceans up through the entire food web and then on to the people and how we use it so that you get that big picture view of what's going on.
She led the development of CSIRO's Atlantis, rated by the United Nations as the best model in the world for looking at ecosystems and large-scale fisheries management options. It's now being used to evaluate more than 40 ecosystems across the planet.
It can be looking at what's the contribution of climate change to the change in the number of fish versus the effects of fishing. You can look at where, say, having noise from a vessel can affect the behaviour of whales and make it more or less likely that they'll interact with the boat. You can look at how having seabed mining or energy generation in one area affects fishing and where those fishing boats go, which then might affect them getting different forms of species. It's that juggling that jigsaw puzzle of if I do something over on one side of the area, what happens to other things in that area?
Dr. Fulton grew up on a farm, but as a child, her family visited the coast during summer holidays.
And I fell in love with the place, being able to crawl across the rocks and see crabs and the life that was so vibrant there, being able to hang underwater and see the fish go past. But I'm an asthmatic, so I can't dive. I had to find another role of easily interacting with the oceans, and that's where my love of maths came along. So maths became my way of exploring the oceans and going to places either to the deep ocean or into the future of the ocean that I can't physically go, and it became my way of giving back to the ocean.
But the oceans she loves so much are under mounting pressure from factors such as climate change. As a scientist based in Tasmania, Dr. Fulton is seeing the impact firsthand.
So we're seeing species change. About 100 new species live in Tasmania that never lived here before. We're seeing ocean currents move by hundreds of kilometres. Things that used to stop off Victoria now come down to Tasmania. So we have a glimpse into the future that the rest of the world is yet to see.
Dr. Fulton says being elected a Fellow of the Australian Academy of Science is a great honour and one she hopes will lead to greater collaboration.
I see it as a learning experience. It's always great to be in a place, whether it's within the CSIRO where I work or within the Academy, where you know for sure there's someone smarter than you there and someone who can teach you new things.